Good evening and warm welcome. It's Thursday night. It's 9 p.m. and what is on the Cannon and Jonezy show, of course, as always. And we have a special guest with us tonight. Good evening, G. How are you?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me back on. What a week to follow it up with as well. Amazing weekend, as we know. We'll probably chat about it in a bit. But yeah, the last couple of days have been back to reality a little bit. So excited for a bit of laughter this evening.
There's going to be a lot of fun and banter this evening. I can assure you that. We are going to speak to you about the final in a few minutes' time. But obviously, before I do that, I've been having a bad day today, a really bad day. And it's about to get worse, unfortunately. Someone finally, after about 7 attempts, won the predictions last week.
They did indeed, mate. You know what? I was thinking to myself, should I just breeze over it because I haven't win it? But you know what? I'm going to be like that mob down the road, and I'm actually gonna savour it. So the forfeit this week will be in two parts: one at the beginning, and one at the end. So I've sent you a quote. I'll just like you to read that out, mate. But before you do, there's a picture I just want to pop up just to show everyone. I did beat you. It was 9-6 this week, pal. Yeah. So what was your thoughts on that, mate?
Wait, I'm thinking, where did you've dug out that picture, mate, of me? Like that was me in my 20s, mate. Jesus Christ. Mate, get that back up a minute. Get that back up a minute.
Here we go. Look at
that. Oh, mate, I'll tell you what. That's when I first obviously got her, when she was about a few weeks old. There was me. Do you know what? That was the first day in January that I was back at work. I weren't happy. And that there, mate, I'm out having a good time. And yeah, I used to won't say too much about it. Yeah, with the highlights.
That's absolutely brilliant, that haircut, mate. But yeah, if you could just read out the statement I've prepared for you, that would be great.
I, El Smuggo, may have taken the overall crown this season with consistency, discipline, and a touch of luck. But let's be honest, this season will be remembered for one name and one name only: Jonezy. The icon came into the final week like Tony Adams against Everton out of nowhere, last minute limbs everywhere. While I was steady all year, Jonezy brought the drama, the flair, the chaos. The tides are turning. The fans are chanting his name. Next season, I might be defending champ, but Jonesy's already the people's champ.
Thank you very much, mate.
I've never read so much bullshit in my life.
Just to remind people, it was 9-6. Thank you very much.
just obviously, I'm going to go in. Old Scotty's already in here. Love that, mate. Love the picks. Back when we both had 6-packs. Yeah, that was it, mate. That was definitely it. We was proper candy back in them days. So, yeah, good evening to Catherine. How you doing? Hello. Obviously, Scotty's in the house, still smug after winning, but I mean, he probably won't say too much about the Brighton game. But they're heroes, isn't they? They're heroes.
Yeah. Everyone wanted to win that, didn't they?
Yep. Pete G saying hello. Pete's in the G's house. Rosie's in the house. Evening, ladies. Hope you're well. There's two ladies in here.
And they're both up there.
Oh, Rosie's saying, did Spursy win the predictions? It's good that your name sticks, mate. Do you know that? Emil Smith Rose in the house. Get him up, Jonesy. Get him up.
Yeah, let's get him, Charlie. There he is.
There he is. Actually, do you know what? Get them all up. Get Catherine up.
Here we go. Where's Catherine?
I bet Catherine weren't happy on Saturday night.
Where's Catherine gone?
Is she not there?
Oh, she's there. That face.
Here she is. Where's Lorraine Kelly?
Lorraine was there.
Oh, there she is. Ken Barlow, is he around?
Of course he is.
He's always around. Back in the day before he had a 6-pack.
Pete G as well.
Pete Griffin's in the house. There you go, Pete. Brilliant. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Obviously, last Saturday, massive game for the Arsenal women's team. And one I will say, first and foremost, that basically me and Jonesy wrote him off, didn't we, Jonesy?
We did indeed. Like both of us predicted losses. But I could not see Barcelona not scoring, as I think me and G spoke about earlier. But it was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. And the one person on this panel who was there is underneath us. And that must have been amazing. Memories for life.
Yeah.
Oh, it really was unbelievable. Like, like I said earlier, it doesn't feel like it's happened or sunk in or it was just a dream. But yeah, it was just from the whole experience, the whole weekend. We stayed there for a couple of days so we could soak everything in the streets all together, singing till early hours of the morning, far away from home, but it felt like we were right outside the Emirates. And you know, there was a weird feeling amongst all of us on the day of the game. We were all just went, yeah, not worried. We're gonna do it. There was just something about it. And yeah, minus all the hiccups of getting in and the stadium itself, the occasion, and the girls really stepped up. And now I can say I've seen my team win a Champions League, which is nuts.
Quality, absolutely quality.
It was amazing scenes, weren't it? Like we had Bobby's birthday here, so I was obviously doing everything but watching the game as well. And when they scored, do you know what? I was pissed off because when they scored, I had my head down in the bar getting someone a drink, and because obviously we had music on, so I didn't have the commentary on. And Freddie, obviously my nephew, he was like to me, "I think Arsenal scored. Have they scored?" So we turned around and it was 1-0, and I was like, "Yes!" And I was thinking, they fucking scored, and I got my head down and getting someone a drink, you know. But I just didn't see him score. Do you know what? I knew we'd won it at that point. I knew at that point Barcelona weren't breaking us down.
Mm. There was a point because we scored quite early on, which was obviously offside.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh god, they're gonna come out now because we've got in behind them, and they never really did. Just after the second half, they did, and there was a patch where they hit the bar a few times, and there was some really good saves from Daphne. But yeah, as soon as that went in, time was getting on. I think it was the 74th minute we scored. And then you start thinking, oh God, we're going to go even longer. Obviously, the heat was a factor, thinking, can we cope? Is that when they're going to kick in? But as soon as Stina, you could just see they were so deflated after we had scored. It was basically waiting until the whistle happened then.
Yeah. Yeah, it was scenes, weren't it? It was scenes. And I tell you what was even more scenes, news there, Jonesy, on Monday.
Yeah, mate, that was amazing. Like we got up and we thought to ourselves, let's get there early because I knew it was going to be packed, and it did. It got all the way back to near enough to the station. But yeah, it was amazing. The vibes. It started early at 10 o'clock, and the DJ was playing songs. Everyone was in good spirits. There's inflatable balls going around everywhere. And then when they come out, the reception they got was just fantastic. And then Arsenal pulled out the stops. There was fireworks. There was everything there. Hosted by Alex Scott, obviously, and Nigel Martin, and loved Alex Scott throwing a few digs at the old Chelsea boys down the road and the women.
Always good, a few rods getting thrown, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But no, I had Paige and Harry there with me, which was my oldest didn't want to come out. He's getting to that age. But anyway, Paige, it was great for her to see him lifting a trophy, and obviously Harry as well. But yeah, amazing things. It brought a tear to your eye when you're standing there and you see him up there, and it's all the party atmosphere, and you can see how much it means to people. It's phenomenal.
Do you know what? Right, I was gutted that obviously Sarah had to work that evening because I was considering taking Bobby down there, but not sure I'm not going to be allowed to do that now because what happened obviously on Monday night, which obviously our thoughts do go out to obviously everyone who was involved and everyone who experienced what happened Monday night in Liverpool. Absolutely devastating. But with things like that happening now, then the consequences are that people, rightly so, Sarah's like, that's why I don't want you taking him.
Yeah. I was sitting here with Tina, obviously in the evening, and I was like, Jesus Christ, we were just at a trophy lift. Can you imagine? Like you wouldn't wish that on anybody, any person's family member to go through. It's just absolutely horrific, the pictures we've seen. But yeah, it just makes you wonder and think, are you safe nowadays? And it's just crazy.
Yeah, it definitely does. Let's say some more hellos though. Pick up the spirit a little bit. Obviously, Miss Melina's in the house. How you doing, Melina? Good to see you on.
Hey.
Rich Holic Gamer. I always say Rich Holic Gooner. Joe, I'm just going to call him Rich Holic Gooner for now. Well, he is a Gooner anyway. So I'm just going to do it. He forgot. I did forget Jonesy Spursy. Mate, it sticks, mate. It sticks. This is sticks.
Shocking.
It'll be gone by next season.
Like Rosie's here on the forward. He's very Spursy.
Rangers can't speak. They're the most Spursiest team in Scotland, mate.
Here we go. Make Son look like he plays for West Ham.
Shocking.
The digs are getting thrown in at you, mate. The digs are getting thrown in at you. Scotty saying everyone predicted 4-0 Barcelona. Love seeing you guys do them flashy, cocky fucks. Don't hold back, pal. Don't hold back. Chris Nick's in the house. How you doing, mate? He's in the house. Hey, my lovelies. He's still a smug bastard. Liverpool winning the league. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's another one. Trophy lift. Were you on a Spurs bus, Spursy?
No, I was watching our women's team lift a Champions League, Rosie. When was the last time Rangers lifted one of them? Tumbleweed.
Did Arsenal play Rangers this year?
Oh, yeah, didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't they? What was the score, G? Can you score, G?
I reckon right this moment of
I
time.
want to say 7-0, but I don't know if that's right.
7. Rosie.
I want to say right this moment of time, yeah, right. Rosie's got a bit of interference in an internet, and she can't hear anything.
It always seems to cut out when you mention the word Rangers, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's got a funny old internet provider. She has, definitely. Anyway, onwards and upwards. We're going to start our first segment, and as always, it's the birthdays. So, happy birthdays. There's actually 3 ex-Arsenal players' birthdays today. Would you Adam and Eve it? So we're gonna fire away and go through all 3 of them. The first person, I'm gonna get your views on him, G. Alex Lacazette.
Yes.
Obviously been at Lyon over the last couple of years. I think he's left, isn't he? Am I right in saying he's left?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's his birthday today. A favourite of yours?
Yeah, he was. I know that he got towards the end. He was a bit frustrating, wasn't he? And not as prolific as we would have wanted. But I always remember that. I can't remember who it was against. I want to say Wolves. And he just nicked a goal and he went absolutely nuts in the celebration. And I love a celebration when they just go, like they lose their minds. And he was running around and I thought, yeah, that's a bit of me, that. It was a shame it ended how it did with him, obviously, but that's who he was friends with that caused that, I think. But yeah, someone that will probably be forgotten quite easily, but I don't think that's too fair on what he actually gave us in the end.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think he was a good servant for us. I think he was a good egg. He weren't the right player that we needed once, obviously, Mikel Arteta come in and obviously wanted that certain kind of play. But you know what? Yeah, right. I think, right, if he was 5 years younger, I think he'd have been absolutely what Mikel Arteta would have wanted. What do you think, Jonezy?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I agree with you guys. We got him a little bit too late in his career. But he was a prolific goal scorer. And like you say, G, that goal against Wolves, there was one against Palace where he rescued us a draw as well. I think it was 2-2. He scored some important goals for us. He really did. And like you say, it wasn't until the other guy come along that it started to go a bit sour. So, but no, good player, very good player. And deserves his flowers. He got him at Lyon. I think he grabbed his 200th goal, I think it was, or something for Lyon. Can't remember what it was or something. But yeah, no, it was very emotional when he left us. Did see that. But no, great player. And happy birthday.
Definitely. And one breaking through. Obviously, I know it's broken through. I hadn't had a chance to have a look at it tonight, but obviously it seems like we're getting Sesko. Just want to put it out there, guys. You know me. I'm not a smug bastard by any stretch of imagination. Go back to last year's end of season review. The Smuggo predicted Arsenal would go for Sesko. Fact or fiction, Jonesy? Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Big old factuals there, guys. Big old factuals. Do you know what, right? I've been... This school chorus rumour and everything, and then like the thing, it's been going around. I always have a feeling when I feel like something's not going to happen, and that's what I've had all the way along.
Yeah, I agree. I never thought the Gokares was going to happen, but it's just winds up. There's so much noise on Twitter, isn't there? It's this person, that person. I mean, you're even getting idiots who are getting Rodrigo on their shirts. It's just absolutely crazy.
Really?
Yeah. You're getting the Rodrigo printed, and it's,
Jesus, mate, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it's just mad. We'll get who we get, and we'll back them. But Sesko or Gokares, they're both going to be great strikers for us.
Yeah, definitely. And do you know what the other thing is? Well, right, I think Rostow should be back in it. I think the other thing is, right, and quite interestingly, right, it might be that whoever we get a left wing, they might think might work better with maybe someone like Sesko. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. It'd be interesting to see what kind of happens with it. But yeah, very interesting. Obviously, my man here is not happy about it. He feels sick. He wanted Gilchrist. Don't get me wrong. I think Gilchrist would be fucking brilliant for us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're both real. They're both real. If we got either one of them is going to be great for us. It's what we need. What we ain't got.
Get him up. Get him up. Get him up. Get him up.
The picture's gone. To be fair, you know, of Gav.
Get him up. Get him up.
Ain't got the picture anymore. Shocking.
Wait, you ain't got Gav?
Nah, the Gav in the Saka shirt's gone for some reason.
Oh my! No. We got Gav out. Gavin Stacey.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah, there he is.
Here he is. He wants his flowers. He wants his flowers. Do you know what? You know me, Gav. I'm a man of my word. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm in total envy, mate. Absolute envy that you won the non-league trophy of Europe.
I so wish we was in that. I really do.
But fair dibs, my mate. They were 1-0 down with 5 minutes ago. They did come back and win. So, no, fair play to you, mate. Enjoy the success, and yeah, we'll see how you compete in the big boy league next year. Is that good enough? Gav? Just let me know that.
They're probably going to Europa just so they can win it.
Yeah, we haven't got G back yet, which is a bit of an issue, but I'm sure she'll be back soon. We're actually signing a striker regardless of who I want. Well, yeah, that is the first positive thing with someone, isn't it?
Yeah.
First and foremost. Right, on to the second birthday, because I know we're obviously going through time. So I'll go to you on this one. One of Lacazette's partners in crime.
Yeah.
It's his birthday today.
Well, I don't know this guy, mate. He was such a coup when we got him. 70 million, big price tag. I know there was some dodgy business around that, but he I don't know what it was. He just couldn't fit in. He couldn't adapt to the game, the Premier League. We saw in glimpses. I think there was a game against Liverpool, weren't there, where he roasted Van Dijk, and we thought, hang on, we got a player here, but it just didn't work out for him. And then he went on loan but he didn't go Turkey. He went to Villarreal, back to France as well, I think it was. I don't know why it didn't work out with him. He was a great player, but he's just gone off the radar now as well, to be fair. I don't know where he is now.
No. I think I don't actually know myself. Is he in Turkey? I don't know. No, he was in Turkey. Now, the third one, Mr. Arshavin, Andre.
What a guy.
Probably scored one of the biggest ever goals at the Emirates against Barcelona. Scored 4 at Liverpool. Probably flattered to deceive a little bit. Set up Henry's last ever goal for the Arsenal.
Yeah.
He had some really good moments, didn't he? But then another one that kind of faded away a bit.
Yes. Like you say, that night against Barcelona, that was the loudest I've heard the Emirates before. Obviously, the nights we've had since, but on his day as well, like you say, the 4 against Liverpool was outstanding. And he's another one who's just, I think he's retired now and he's a lawyer. I think that's what he's gone into. So it's a bit crazy, but no, he's such a great talent as well. He was tipped to go Barcelona, weren't he, before he joined us? And I think, didn't we get him after, what was it, World Cup? Was it 2018? I can't remember when it was. No, not
2028. No,
28.
2010.
2010, that's the one. Yeah, but we got him in. Wenger got him in. And I remember when we signed him, people thought it was a stepping stone to go Barcelona, but it didn't happen, did it? But obviously,
no, it didn't happen, sadly. And that's the thing. It didn't happen, did it?
Yeah.
But obviously, so we'll do a 5-second round of applause for them 3 Arsenal ex-players. Right, we were supposed to be going on the hook, but at the moment we can't go on the hook because G's dropped off somehow, sadly. So I'm sure she'll be back on soon. So as any great man does, he'll adapt to the weather. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to adapt to the weather and bypass the hook and go to our next segment. So, me and Jones have been having a little bit of a chat in the background, and we realised that our Legend of the Week didn't have a famous name actually fronting the Legend of the Week. And we thought, who better than the lady who's just masterminded, only being in the job 8-9 months, has masterminded bringing the Champions League back to the Emirates and home to our rightful club. firstly, Jonesy, before we go talk about obviously herself and the job she's done, great ambassador to be running this segment now for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. When you said it to me, I couldn't think of anyone more worthy to take on the mantle of the segment. I mean, what she's done since coming in, it is nothing short of amazing. She turned us around. We sat here all last season before Christmas slating. We wanted Jonas out. We were playing shit football, and when she come in, she just kind of got the dressing room together. She kind of give them a hug and got them all together. And look what we've achieved at the end of the season, mate. Fantastic job she's done.
Yeah, an absolute fantastic job she's done, and obviously she has masterminded us beating Leon. She has, and let's be honest, yeah, right. She lost a home leg, and she masterminded us going away and battering them.
Yeah.
She's masterminded playing against the best club side in the world, in the Barcelona team. In the women's game, and we didn't concede a goal either. It's quite unbelievable, really, isn't it, when you start thinking about it in terms of the job that she took over. Obviously, the fan base had lost hope with obviously the previous regime of Jonas. It was getting a bit disgruntled, weren't it? And I remember sitting on the show when she first come in, and I always remember saying, that I felt that we needed a female manager to come in, just for the fact that I felt that the girls needed that. They needed direction, and they've obviously. They got someone who knew them all and all that, and it's actually turned into an absolute masterstroke. At that time, mate, I think we didn't even think that they were going to get out of group stages. We didn't think they were even going to get out of group stages. We didn't think they were going to finish second, third in the league. I think we were talking probably about fourth, fifth at the time. It was a bad start, and the confidence had gone totally in the team. And she literally picked this team up from the mud, and to do that in 8 months. I think, like, personally, do you know what I mean? If at some point she will be in the cap.
Yeah, 100%. She
will be in the cap. But at the moment, I think rightly so. She has her own segment. She's a legend, and she's done an incredible job. And just to go Juji on it, obviously you dropped out. Your thoughts on Renee and the job she's done.
Yeah, that's all. Sorry, my friend started calling me and messaging me saying it's important. So I thought, shit, and then the whole thing froze. So apologies, everyone. But yeah, it's just madness, isn't it? It kind of got a bit toxic at the end of Jonas's reign, and people were kind of disconnecting, I think, from the team. I know I was. It was sort of painful to watch, and there wasn't much fight for the shirt either, I've got to say. But yeah, as soon as, obviously she was in his assistant. I can't remember what game it was. It might have been Chelsea, or it might. I don't know if it was even further back. But there was a game that I was at the Emirates, and it was just before he sort of went, and he was just sat in his chair the whole time, and it was actually Renee that was running up and down and talking to the girls then. So I remember saying to Lottie and our other friends, like, oh. Because obviously you don't tend to sort of know the staff really, do you? Especially in the women's, you don't really know who they are. And I was like, well, she seems pretty keen. And then obviously I figured out who it was, and not long after she took over. It's one of those as well. I think it might be a new manager bounce. Does it die down? But in my eyes, it's only got better every single time. And even to see her enjoying the celebrations like that, she could have easily stepped aside, but that she's so, you could just see how connected they all are, that they want her to be involved, she wants to be involved, and she's basically just one of the team, really. She's only I think someone said she's only 36 or something. So she's just not too far in age to them, and I think it just goes a long way, and what she's done is incredible. I mean, yes, we again haven't had a good run in the cups, unfortunately, this season. Missing out in the league, of, like you said, our performances early on let us down, but it just makes you more excited for next year once she's a couple of already out the door, of course. Hopefully we'll bring in some other players to add to the squad and go again, really. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be quite interesting, isn't it, over the next kind of next year, in terms of who we kind of bring in where does she go from here? Do you know what I mean? Because obviously she has kind of won the biggest prize straight away, but obviously the hunger has to be now winning that WCL. And let's be honest, that is where we need to go now. That is what we need to do. We need to try and dominate the English game again. And obviously Chelsea are a formidable force with a formidable team and a formidable manager. So it's not going to be easy, is it? But winning this will give them so much confidence. And one thing it has proven over the last 3 years is that we are a pretty decent cup team. Do you know what I mean? And Stina has always turned up in the cup finals as well.
3 out of 3.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't play the whole season, bring her on in the cup final, and you know it's yours.
Yeah.
But you know what? Absolute legend. Absolute deserves to be having her own segment, and we're happy to have her running it. So honestly, well done to her and well done to the team once again. Just do some hellos. Get him up. Oh, Gary's in the house. Get him up. Get him up. Get him up. Get him up. Here he is. He's in the house. Here he is. Love that. Gav's saying that obviously Renee's done a great job beating the best women's team and making them look. Oh no, I absolutely agree with you there, mate. I think he's fishing for me to praise the Chelsea manager.
Never.
No.
No. In the Champions League, mate, and I will. There you go. Catherine saying someone on X has said go for 5 since there's the World Championship next year. Yeah, we've got the World Cup next year, Club World Cup, haven't we? And we've got the men's one this year as well. I don't really know what to think of that, to be on the show. It's football, so I guess I'll watch it, but it'll be time it's on as well, because it'll probably be on about 3 in the morning, won't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we're going to go into our next segment now, which obviously we delayed a little bit. So here we are, guys. It's one of the old ones that's coming back. So on the hook. Now we've had a bit of a blunder about this, to be honest, because obviously I thought Jonezy was covering it. Jonezy thought I was covering it, and we realised at 5 to no, and no one had created any questions. So I'm going to kind of wing this, by the way. But Jonesy, if you have a question that you want to ask, feel free to come in, mate.
Okay, cool.
I think we do this. So, G, we're going to kick off, yeah, right? Firstly, what is your favourite hobby?
Oh, this is going to be so cheesy, but it is true. It's being an auntie. It is. Anything I get. They were both in my car for the first time this evening, and I could cry just because we're all chatting to each other. It's just the best thing in the world. It's the best job I could ever do. I have the best 2 dudes, and nothing really will ever top how they make me feel. So my hobby is being the best auntie I could possibly be.
Exactly, and that's a good one. That is a good one. It's not a bad one. That's a really good one, to be fair. I'm quite impressed with that one. Just want to say, Gary, obviously, we had a bit of a debate about their goalkeeping situation at Arsenal. Quite funny, isn't it, that Sinsberger gets dropped and we keep a clean sheet, pal. Oh. Anyway, just thought I'd put that little dig in there. He knows what I'm on about. The light's gone in my eyes, as you can see. Can you spotlights on me? What is your favourite meal?
My favourite meal, probably an Indian.
Oh, can't beat an Indian.
Good. All the bits and bobs on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naan breads.
Yeah.
Bhajis.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
what's your curry?
I don't like spice, so I am a bit boring. But I have a tikka masala.
Oh, bang me on here as well. I'm a wimp as well, so don't worry about it. I bet old Jones has a big old hot one, don't he, Jones?
I don't want to be there sniffling and crying whilst eating something. I want to sit and enjoy it at my own pace.
I do love a vindaloo. I do. I don't. My toilet don't like it the next day though.
Oh, here we go. Gavin's having a bit of a chew, mate. This is his favourite hobby because when Arsenal lose, he profits out of it. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Goons like myself, mate, ranting away, and there I am. Next thing I know, I've broadcasted it across the world. Gary's saying Sin who? Yeah, he's forgot about her now. I love that, mate. And obviously Scotty saying love that, G. Right, next one. Favourite go-to drink?
Alcoholic or normal? or both?
We'll have both. One alcoholic and one non-alcoholic.
If you know me, it's always a Pepsi Max.
Oh, can't beat a bit of Pepsi Max, can you?
Nice cold, especially at the moment. It's so horribly hot, isn't it? It's all humid and cloudy. And I had one with some nice ice cubes last night. Can't beat it. Or I am a gin and lemonade type of gal.
Yeah, you
Or
can't
a
beat.
nice cold pint of beer.
That's it.
It's hard. They are the best three you could go for. It's hard to decide which number one, but any given day, that's probably the only thing I'm drinking.
Yeah, absolutely. What's yours, mate? My go-to soft drinks, Dr. Pepper. Big old Dr. P himself.
I like a Fanta fruit twist now and again.
Oh,
or Fanta lemon in the summer. Lovely.
Oh, you can't beat a bit of ice as well. And
yes.
a straw.
Yeah. No straw.
No straw.
No umbrella.
No umbrella.
Right, your next one. What's your favourite saying?
Saying? Oh, I don't know.
That's it.
That's throwing me off there.
That's an interesting one.
That is an interesting one, isn't it? That is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Me and Rosie are buddies now. One. She's my Dr. Pepper fan. Gab's a Pepsi. Charlie likes a gin and lemonade or a beer, obviously.
Charlie's a cider. He's pretending with the beer.
Ryan's on the landfill, bang bayaloo, lemon rice. Is that lemon rice? Naan, onion bhaji.
I thought he was doing the Gavin and Stacey order then.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was waiting for it. When I see it, I thought it. We need Gab to pop that one out now, don't we? So no saying, no?
No, I can't think of one. Probably something Cornish that no one would understand anyway.
Yeah, probably. All right. We'll let that one go. Favourite night out with the legends?
Oh. Can I? Oh, I'm going to say your wedding. That was up there. Jay and Shell's engagement was also fantastic.
Yeah.
But we've had some good ones over the times as well. But I think
I didn't even think about my wedding, to be fair.
Everyone, all of us together, just ripping into the Palace fans.
That was a good night, wasn't it? That was a good night.
Dancing around, singing around. Yeah.
I got in so much trouble at the hotel. Unbelievable.
Do you know what? Right? I don't think I remember too much by the end of the night.
It was brilliant. It was just a special occasion in itself anyway, wasn't it? And the closest little bunch of us was just brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. I'll take that one all day long. Rosie's saying a Fanta fruit twist tastes like air freshener.
She's got it in for me tonight, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm going to leave some bad comments on your cooking channel, mate.
Jeremy saying it's another lose for Arsenal. Adam is his son. Catherine saying vodka cranberry or Sprite or a hard cider. Oh, a Bulmers cider, the old rich holic saying. Can't beat a Bulmers. Can't beat a Bulmers. Right, your next one. Favourite ever Arsenal game you've been to? I think that's quite easy now, isn't it?
Yeah. It is the other day. Everything. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the second to that would be the County Cup at Wolves last year, because that was a cracker as well. I know it's not a big of an achievement, but it was. My little brother joined us. He isn't an Arsenal fan, but he just got stuck in. I think seeing your team actually being there, winning and lifting the trophy just does something different to your emotions, doesn't it?
Can you hear her, Jonezy?
Your mic, is crackly.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. It's not you. It's your mic.
I don't know what I'm doing it.
You might want to come out and go back in.
Yeah.
Sorry, technical issues.
Sorry. We'll crack on when you come back in. What's your favourite meal, Jonesy, by the way?
Favourite
meal?
Meal is a Chinese.
Oh, you can't beat a Chinese, can you? Scotty boy loves a Chinese. We go to sort of eat as much as you like.
Yeah.
Big there's boys dinner that is, mate.
There's one we went to when we was on holiday in Great Yarmouth. Oh, it was absolutely Oof, everything. I couldn't move. Literally couldn't move. I had to be wheeled out. It was a night one.
Oh,
Nice.
that sounds good. Rosie saying favourites say when you do something nice for somebody, forget it immediately. When someone does something nice for me, you never forget it. Now she's saying come for my cooking.
Yeah, that was me. I was going
Yeah.
for a cooking.
We ain't got G back on yet, so we'll keep looking at the posts. Gab saying my first ever game I went to was at Highbury when you beat Norwich 5.
Oh, right.
Ooh, that's a turn up for the books. That is a turn up. Who was you cheering on, by the way, Gab? That's what I want to know.
That's a strange first game to go being a Chelsea fan, isn't it?
Yeah, and Rosie loves the Chinese, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, so anyway, we'll come back to you. Yeah, we obviously Arsenal, the women's game is obviously your favourite one. In terms of the men's game, what's your favourite game you've been to?
I would say the day we were sat together and
Oh, yeah, do you
Cameron was
remember?
with us as well. We smuggled Cameron in.
Yeah,
Was it we beat Fulham 2-1, I think?
we did beat. It was 1-0 down, weren't we? Late in the first second half.
Yeah, and we scored like a last minute winner as well.
Yeah,
And
that was a good day.
yeah.
And but there's another funny story, yeah, right? Because this happened to me in Guna once as well. So obviously we've been at the pub and everything, haven't we, Jay? Nothing's been said in terms of where she's sitting and all that. Anyway, I'm standing sitting in my seat, and G starts walking towards me, and she's got the seat next to me, but no one knew.
Yeah, it was like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
That was crazy.
Yeah, I got it on the exchange as well, so I didn't even know. I knew where you're down that area, but not right next. Right
yeah,
next to you.
exactly. So that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
You said something earlier on, yeah, right? But if there was a player you could sign next season for both the Arsenal men's team and the women's team, who would it be?
Men's team would be Eze. Big time.
Yeah. Love that one.
Women's team. I'd probably say Bon Massey.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen because obviously she's Barca. But yeah, I mean, how could you not say the double Ballon d'Or winner?
You couldn't, could you?
Sensational.
You couldn't. Jonesy, got any questions?
Yeah. If you could choose to have Wanda or Bucky over for dinner, who would you choose?
I'd have to have Wanda. As much as I love Bucky, and it's all been renewed recently also, to talk to Elizabeth Olsen would be... She seems like such a sweet person and not ego. I think Sebastian might give a bit of ego and not want to talk, whereas I think I could talk to her all night.
I knew he was going to say that.
He goes, his auntie and uncle took him, probably Arsenal I wanted to. I love the way he says probably. He knows he was cheering them 5 goals. Catherine saying Eze's a good shout. What's this with Rosie? Talking about Raheem Sterling. Oh, don't talk about that name.
I think that's a gamer wants. That's who he wants us to sign.
Oh, is it? Scat. I tell you what, Scatty, you can have them, mate. You can have them. He'll do all right for you in the Champions League next year. And last question, and we always do the last question. One for Scatty. What do we think of Tottenham?
Shit.
And what do we think of shit?
Tottenham.
Thank you.
That's all right.
You are off the hook. Good evening to Anthony. Good to see you on, mate. Big up the panel and chat. Good, nice to see you on, mate. Hope you enjoyed the show. So that was G on the hook. We're going to move onwards now onto our next segment. So who's been trash talking? Who's been talking out their arse this week? And who's that person that we want to identify and basically expose out? Well, we was having to talk about this earlier on, weren't we? We was having a struggle at first, weren't we? Jonesy, did we get it up? by the way.
He's here.
Do you want to get it up? There he is. There he is, Mr. Laporta himself. I'll let you explain, G, this one.
Well, this is I think Friday, maybe Thursday before the final last week, obviously. Basically saying that Arsenal are nothing to us. We've already played them, already beat them before. Lyon was more of a concern. This is also after we beat Lyon and smashed them away. Turned over the deficit, all those good things. But he was more scared of Lyon than Arsenal, and they were ready for their third in a row. Not sure how that went for you, mate.
Oh, I love that. Love that. That's proper smuggery behaviour. That is proper smuggery behaviour. How did that go for you, mate? How did it go for him, Jonesy?
Went absolutely terribly, sir.
Suit you, sir. So this week, Mr. Laporta, you are on our list of hush your gums. You can't see me.
Yeah. Go on, G.
Let's go back into the chat quickly. Catherine, Catherine sent it over to me early in the week before you said it, G. So we'd already had it lined up.
Catherine knows.
Gab's asking me who this is. Howard Webb. Don't talk to me about the old. Don't talk to a Villa fan about the old. About the refereeing standards. Oh, that was a stinger, wasn't it?
Didn't go down.
Newcastle got lucky. Do you know what, right? I had a Newcastle fan at work today. Give it, like, on my last day, right? Started giving it, and I thought, mate, you've just scraped through by the skin of your teeth, yeah, right? Due to a refereeing error. Well, you wouldn't even be in the Champions League now. We know a few Newcastle fans, don't we, sir?
Yeah, we do. Loves a rod.
Oh, I do. I do love a rod. Anyway, we'll move on to our next segment. The wet wipe of the week, sponsored by Michael Owen, eco-friendly, I like to make to add. So, Jonesy, I'm going to let you discuss this one this week. Who are we gone for the wet wipe of the week?
Well, wet wipe of the week, it has to be a former Arsenal goalkeeper, mate.
Talking about the old fella.
Yeah. His shocking challenge costing his team. What the hell? I mean, G, what the hell was that? It was just like, what are you doing?
And how strange as well, a few days, or was it the same day that he also waved goodbye to his fans?
Yeah.
Or was it the game before?
No, same day, I think. No,
game before.
It's the game before. So he's already said, see ya, I'm off. And then he basically goes and fucks it all up for them as well.
Unbelievable.
What a knob. And I'm glad he left when he did, because I couldn't stand having that kind of attitude. And, when he just did that thing at the World Cup and you're like, mate, you have only been given that because your country won, not because you're the best goalkeeper in the world. The ego is ridiculous. And it couldn't happen to a better bloke.
I've got to be honest with you, you're right there. Proper cheese. Proper knob cheese.
I can't stand the bloke. Can't stand him at all.
So, Mr. Martinez, you are this week's wet wipe of the week. I'm not sure you'll be welcome back at Villa too soon.
No, definitely not. Jesus.
Anyway, we're going to move on to our next segment. You gotta love a bit of Fat Frank Crumble of the week, ain't you?
That's a brilliant picture.
You gotta love a bit of Fat Frank Crumble of the week.
That's a great picture.
I suppose old Gab's going to enjoy this one, isn't he? So yeah, get him up. Let Gav have his little bit of time.
There he is.
There he is. You're going to enjoy this though. Give us a team who's the crumble of the week.
They are indeed Real Betis.
Real Betis. Like 1-0 up, yeah, right. Do you know what? He got to half time, right, and I never ever thought Chelsea weren't going to win it.
Yeah.
Like I knew Chelsea would win it. I knew once Chelsea scored, they'll score again. I didn't think they'll score 4, but they proper crumbled, didn't they? By the way, how old's Pellegrini looking?
Yeah, I know. Jesus
Christ.
The game's not done him well, I tell you that. But no, when they took the lead, I thought they come out strong as well. They had Chelsea out on the back foot straight away, and they were proper going for it. But they just took their foot off the pedal, and I mean, they allowed Chelsea back in the game. And like you say, I knew Chelsea were going to probably do it, but it's always that hope, isn't it? It's the hope that kills you.
Yeah.
Got Gab on here quickly saying, why have we got Frank Lampard? That is outrageous. Well, firstly, you've just written it, Fat Frank. So there's part of it. But the other part is obviously they crumbled, didn't they, in the last minute in the semi-finals. So the playoffs. That was 122nd minute. And going on about Sunderland, fair play to them. 5-second round of applause.
Yeah.
If you're a Sunderland fan out there, back in the Premier League, big club, I like to add, big club. Good to see them back. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm bored of Sheffield United, and we know what my feelings are on Chris Wilder as well. Yeah. The geezer who ripped a linesman from the sandwich after the game. Come on, man. I don't need that geezer back talking in the Premier League.
I remember that. It's crazy.
What a game that derby will be next year, though.
Yes, looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant. And I do Newcastle as well.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of Newcastle fans give it to me the last few weeks. Sent them all packing, by the way, but,
Evening, Bell. How you doing, mate?
Good to see you on, Mr. Dixon. Anyway, on that note, we're going to go on to our next segment. Here we go. One of our favourites. Do you know what, right? I'll be honest, because I've been so busy this evening, I would have had a lot more. So there's going to be some stocked up for next week. But there's been so many numpties of the week, I'll tell you what.
There's been some
you give someone a bit of success, or give anyone success, and the worst comes out in people, don't it?
Well, yeah, look at me winning predictions.
Exactly. I had to read a script of bullshit, basically.
Just to remind everyone, it was 9-6.
I'll tell you what, look, that third one, though, I'll tell you, mate, back in the day.
That is, I wish I had that hair now. I really do.
Brilliant. Absolute brilliant. But yeah, going back onto Twitter, the Twitter numpties of the week. Let's get them up. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, let's go. First one up we got is... Oh, no, don't tell me. I'm frozen. You'll have to do it, mate.
He's had a freeze. So, this is disgraceful, right? For so many reasons. And do you know what? I weren't going to put it up. And I thought, no, I'm going to put it up, right? Because, you get a nice tweet from a football club. And there was quite a few football clubs, to be honest. I've seen Jones just gone off. And the Fortune won at Liverpool. And then you get this absolute numpty, Mark Beck-8. You have done this, you lot. You have made your anger issues. We know you haven't won a trophy for 7 seasons. Now it's not easy, but geez, what have innocent people done to serve this? You've got to ask yourself the question, ain't you, G? What's going through people's mentality minds to even write something like that?
Oh, it's just horrific, isn't it? Surprise, surprise, they've got no picture of themselves.
It's all. Have you noticed that? It's always someone who hasn't got a picture.
Yeah. They act like, oh, big men, you're a little child, you're a boy, and you're a disgrace. If you don't even, it's in all levels disgusting. You can see there's so many of it. I must be a United fan, must be an Arsenal fan. Really, people who've got
your mic's on again.
Oh. Your mic's gone. Yeah. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, it was just awful.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
That is awful.
Sorry, I haven't been on this for so long. I think my phone's dying.
What's your thoughts on it, Jonesy?
Let me just say it again because I popped that. Yeah, it's just absolutely, it's disgusting, man, isn't it? It's just, it's like you say, it's faceless accounts, and the quicker Twitter and X come ahead and do this whole verification thing before you can have an account, the sooner the better. It'll stop a lot of this trolling us. It's nasty. It's someone who's sitting there thinking themselves funny, but you're not. You're just stupid.
Catherine had lots of numpties for me. To be fair, some of the ones that I've put out tonight have been the ones that Catherine given me. So keep spamming me with them because I love them. And to be fair, many of them that Catherine's given me, I'll then start throwing rods out on these people.
Nice.
Let's go to our next one. This one from Catherine that give me. Emma Mack. Arsenal are ruining the Champions League. They buy all these players and play in the Champions League and win. They all alone need a salary cap. UEFA needs to do something about this. Do you know what? To Catherine, out of any supporter, right, and she's a Chelsea supporter, she's talking about salary caps and the amount of players playing.
Is she for real? No, the club that gives 7 and 9 year contracts to players. Oh my lord!
So she definitely got a little rod thrown back at her. I can assure you that much.
But ain't that the idea of football? You buy players to win stuff.
Exactly.
It's like, ain't that the game we're in?
Is this the men or the women's?
The women's.
Right. And how much do we pay for Alessia Russo and Caldente? Nothing.
That is great.
0 Great British pounds.
I think you put her to bed there, Jay, to be fair.
People need to think before they try.
Here's another one. Oh, Megan. Feel free to bookmark this, but Arsenal ain't beating Barcelona. And a UWCL final appearance still isn't a trophy.
Don't worry, Megan. I've bookmarked it.
She got that right back. She did beautifully bookmarked. That's a bit of an howler there, Megan.
Jesus.
That's also like just after the Lyon game as well, isn't it? By that date. Shocking.
That's a blunder, that one, isn't it?
Proper.
And one for you, you've pulled up Guna Dub, more embarrassment there for Arteta, needing the women to win stuff for Arsenal.
I mean, like you say, we pick out anybody on this segment, and that's an Arsenal fan, a supposed Arsenal fan. I mean, we're one club. It's all under an umbrella. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if the men win, the women win. If the women win, the men win. It's only good for the club. It's only good for the community, fans, everything. It's just a guy who's probably still living back in the 60s and thinks women shouldn't be playing football, isn't he? So, bit of a knob.
Oh, sorry, I got this one made me laugh. Oh, Scatty's popped up. In that photo, he pulled all the women, but he never pulled his wallet out. Tight. No comment. Mr. Podcast saying Ipswich saw you coming, Gav. They certainly did, because they've they're buying Liam Delap.
Is it 60 million? Is it?
Is it 60 million? Is it?
It's 30, isn't it?
Is it 30? Oh, I saw some 60. It might have been someone an ITK putting out. You know,
that'd be an interesting one, then, guys. That will be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Gav saying, I was hoping for a top class striker like Osman or Gulcares. Here's another one. Catherine saying the league gunner has that one tweet bashing the women's side and how it's bad for the club, and then reposted the UWCL champions tweet and said, my team.
I would never put this guy on this show. I will go to prison for him. I seriously would. I'll bash his teeth in. Sorry,
you ain't holding back, are you, pal?
If he's listening, or if ever come on, mate, me and you, 1-on-1 charity boxing match, all money to Great Ormond Street. Let's fucking go. I just want to cave his face in. Sorry.
Luke Humphreys has beat Luke Littler in the final to win the Premier League.
Is it?
That's a big old win. That was. He was 3-0 up Littler as well at one point.
Indeed. A
big old win for. Do you know what I felt that it was something that I felt that Luke Littler weren't going to win it. That's a big old win for Humphreys. That's a surprise. Yeah. Anyway,
an honorary mention as well to a tweet that went out yesterday of a picture of a Rodrigo Arsenal shirt before he's even signed.
We should have got that on there, to be fair. Yeah, that's criminal. I don't know.
What's wrong with people, honestly?
I really don't know.
But yeah, so there's our Twitter numpties of the week. We'll now move on. And to one of our favourite ones, the porridge list. So this week's porridge list of the week. Jonesy, do you want to reveal who's on the porridge list this week?
Again, this week we've gone for not just one person, not just two people, not three, not four. I mean, how many people can they get in that shed? We've gone for Chelsea fans, mate. The absolute state of this lot, claiming they've won it all, when they haven't in fact got a women's Champions League is absolutely diabolical. I mean, they're the worst of the worst. We've spoke about Chelsea fans in the past,
Gav.
and their shenanigans. But yeah, you've won it all. Yeah, let's get it right. The 2 competitions you've won before, no one wants to be in them. We're too good to be in them, mate. So you enjoy your vase, stick some flowers in it, and we'll see you when the big boys play in the Champions League, pal.
Oh, you're not holding back, are you?
No.
You're a great fan, G, of the Chelsea fans?
Oh, big time. They've won all 3 now, which is obviously the first team to do it, as if anyone wants to achieve that. And not only have they done that, but they've also won the best one first and gone backwards. But that's a success.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a great fan. I've got so many. I'm in the stag group and they're all Chelsea, and they were unbearable last night. And I just went back to them. I went, I'll take you seriously once you won this. And just said with the women's Champions League. No, I didn't get a response. But yeah, I thought you might like that one, Gav. You, mate, are on the porridge list this week. Well, you and your mates, to be fair.
You wanted us to congratulate you.
And your mates. It is you and your mates. Anyone, the favourite one of the night, the one that everyone loves. So the name game this week, where there's been a lot of cigars hanging out people's mouths, we've gone for, we want your smuggest people that you can think of, the people that probably rile you up a little bit because they're too smug.
Jeremy Clarkson. He's definitely the top there for me.
Would you say Jeremy Clarkson's up there for you?
I think he's a smug bastard, but I kind of like him for it though. That's the thing. Yeah, I'd have to say he's probably up there for me, top one for me.
Yeah, I think old Clarkson is a smug bastard, but I think he plays it well as well. So yeah, I'd go with that. G?
I'm gonna say Tom Cruise.
He is as well.
Tom Cruise.
We all get it, mate. You can jump out of an airplane. You don't need to make 12 films about it.
Do you know what? She cracks up every week. Yeah, right, Rosie, mate. She's it first time, mate. This geezer is a smug bastard, Jeremy Cole, mate.
Yeah, he is.
Jeremy Cole. Scotty's saying, said this before, get Stacey Solomon on it. I turn the telly on, she's everything, does me in.
I like her.
He's on about the porridge list. Here we go. Like, I've not even said my one yet. Jim Davison. Jim Davison. Oh, mate, him. He did he ever fall or something, Eamon Holmes?
He fell off the chair last week, yeah.
Oh, not good that, mate. Not good. I ain't gonna
and someone made a picture of Ruth holding a toolbox.
Yeah. She loosened the bolts on that chair, mate. I'll tell you that.
Catherine saying Chloe Kelly. Yeah, she's one smug bastard, isn't she? Oh, Chloe Kelly. Love that, mate. Yeah. That's an incredible picture, by the way, isn't it?
It's up there.
Rosie says she loves Stacey Solomon. Rosie saying Tom Cruise as well.
Yes.
Okay, well, surprising. Oh, Charlie's hit a good one here. Charlie's hit a very good one. Max Verstappen.
Oh, yeah.
That is one smug bastard, isn't it?
He is.
That is one smug bastard. Oh, yeah, here's a good one. Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Has there been a smugger bastard?
No, I don't think there has, to be fair.
Catherine saying Jason Statham. Do you know what I was thinking? I think it's a bit of a smugger. Oh, Rihanna.
Who, Rihanna?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
She is, isn't she? I think she is.
Deserved.
What?
Icon. Deserved.
Yeah.
Bastard.
Probably deserves it, to be fair, in a lot of ways. Oh, he's in the house. Ribbit. Colonel's middle finger.
Throwback.
Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, King Charlie. Oh, Scotty's got a big one. He thinks Bobby. He makes me angry. I reckon Scotty might be up for winning it now. Kate McCabe. Oh yeah, she's definitely a smugger. Jack Wilshere as well. He's another one, isn't he?
Yeah. I'll Pat Mahomes. I can see there from Catherine.
Rosie, Brad Pitt, mug. Going old back. Scotty's cracked me up. Eamon Holmes has done his DSC assessment. Oh mate,
I'm thinking for the new season, mate. Eamon Holmes Fool of the Week. Just get the funniest Fool of the Week from football.
There's a good one, Rosie. Elon Musk.
Oh,
What about Donald Trump? That's a biggie, innit? Come on, that's a biggie. Vince McMahon. Probably not so smug now, to be fair, but
no. Vince is not very smug at the moment.
we'll come off that though, to be fair. Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, the old quarterback for the old Kansas Chiefs.
Chris Nix and Greg Wallace.
Oh, Greg Wallace. Controversial one.
He's come Mikel Arteta. Mate, I tell you what, they're flying out here. They're flying out. We are literally smashing this one this week. Rosie again, Jay said. Robbie Williams, Sam Ryan.
Farage, Farage is definitely up there.
Who's put for mate? That's a biggie. That is a biggie. Nigel Farage. That is a biggie.
You said you would laugh.
Probably not really a name people will be liking. Tommy Robinson.
Oh Jesus!
Even when he came out yesterday, he got his hair cut. He's just a smug bastard.
Make it make sense. He went to a Turkish barber's.
Mate, that hairdo, mate, was something else.
It was. He looked like old. Was it from Castaway? Old Tom Hanks.
Jesus Christ. Scotty saying Starmer.
Duh.
Rosie saying Jamie O'Hara. Yeah, he is a wee prick. We agree with you there. Kim Woodburn.
Can't stand O'Hara.
I'm going to put fucking Sarah Gardner on there, to be fair. Definitely. Beyonce. Yeah, she uses it, don't she? She uses it. Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Myra Carey, I'll put on there as well.
Oh,
yeah, J-Lo.
J-Lo. Oh, yeah, J-Lo. J-Lo deserves to be arrogant.
Shocking.
J-Lo deserves to be arrogant. Mike Baldwin.
He always had a whiskey in his hand and a cigar, didn't he?
Gavin's saying, Liam, you are the king of smug. I try my best, mate. I try my best. What are you after, Gab, by the way? Old Scotty saying, I've seen your wig like he's Liam. Oh, anyway, I'll tell you what, right? What we're going to do, right, Jay, you got to decide the winner out of all that at the end of the show.
Okay.
So who was the best smuggy bastard? Oh, here we go. Rosie, Sarah Gardner isn't smug. Poor woman is hard done by.
Good old John.
She'll pop up John Barnes, won't she? Old Big Angie's smug at the moment, isn't he? I bet Scotty's smug at the moment as well. I bet he's a smug bastard at the moment.
James Madison.
I was just about to say that.
Max Branning, that's a good shout, isn't it?
Didn't play a single minute for them in the UEFA Cup and Europa League. Sorry now.
Rich Holic Gamer saying Lee Gunner.
Oh, don't mention him, mate.
Derek Branning saying Mr. Podcast.
Derek Brannan, yeah.
Cool. It always gets back into EastEnders, don't it? Everyone always gets back to EastEnders.
That's why Pat's the front woman.
Oh, Pat.
Oh, Jeff. I can't be having that. Scary how Spurs are more successful than us trophy-wise in the last 20 years. We can't banter them anymore. Maybe they're just bigger than us. What a shame.
Oh, God.
Scotty signed in on a fake account. Scotty, get off your other account.
Oh, he's smug. Look at him. He's proper smug old Scotty.
Ignore Jeff.
Ignore Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
Anyway, cheers, guys. That was absolutely superb today. I wasn't sure if it was going to be hitting it, but it hit it. Rosie's thrown Ryan under the bus, Mr. Arsenal podcast, smug bitch. Ooh. But not holding back. Nigel from EastEnders.
Oh no, not Nige.
Not Nige.
I'd say the new woman that's in it, Nicola. Nicola who's just joined the picture.
she's
She
class.
is smug as fuck.
B. Dixon saying Liverpool fan, they're smug, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, they're unbearably smug, mate.
Van
They are
Dijk.
unbearably smug.
Van Dijk, he just whined.
Do you know what really rolled me up the other night? Yeah, right. Actually, it rolled me up, but actually, got to give him his dibs, yeah, right. But actually, it pissed me off again today because Bobby's only 3, isn't he?
Mm.
So they're around here, aren't they? All the Liverpool cousins and all that. They're trying to get him under a Liverpool cover.
Mate, I saw that. I said to Tina, I can't believe Liam's allowed that. I would burn it. I would burn it in the garden.
I didn't see it, did I? Yeah. So I then see it, and I said to Bobby, "What are you doing?" And Bobby got his nose and wiped his nose on it.
Yes. That deserves a 5-second applause to Bobby. I'll tell you.
Well, then it peed me off again today because his little cousin was trying to get him to kiss the Liverpool badge. Oh. And he don't know what he's doing, does he?
Nah.
But we're still rolling on, guys. By the way, Nigel from Only Descendants is sweet. Chris is saying, Nick Cotton, yeah, he was a smuggy, weren't he? He was an horrible smuggy, bit like Scotty. Natasha Romanoff.
Black Widow, you must be joking. The blasphemy, Catherine.
Danny Dyer.
Danny Dyer is one, yeah.
Dirty Dead.
Chrissy, what?
I can't. Every time someone says Dirty Den, it's that picture, man. That picture.
Jeff's back in. Even Chelsea for a trophy last. Oh, Jeff, you're kidding me, mate. You're kidding me. Paul Truman. Yeah. Oh, he went sadly, didn't he? He went sadly. Got in that club, mate, and that was the end of him, wasn't it? Trevor Jordash. Do you know what, guys? I've got to stop this, otherwise I'm going to be here all night.
I won't remember.
Oh, here we go. Scotty giving it like his dad doesn't know what he's doing supporting us. Oh, Mr. Wilson's in the house. Good evening, Sam. How you doing, mate? Long time no here. Good to see you, mate. And Stefan's just come into the chat as well. Good evening, Steph. Back in the championship you go, mate. Don't know what else to say, really. It's that one. Brendan Rogers. Yeah, he's a good smuggy, isn't he? He weren't so smug the other day, though, was he, Rosie? When he lost on penalties, sadly. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off this because they're not stopping. We got to stop. G will announce the winner at the end of the show. Do you know what, right? I think it takes a great man to put his hands up. He's got his own segment and go, do you know what? I don't deserve it. I don't deserve this segment. I need to pass it over. I actually think, yeah, right, her cigar picture is probably the best cigar picture I've seen.
It is phenomenal. It is absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
We got it. We got it. Show me it.
There it is.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, mate! Like you've got the Champions League medal around you. Just look at the way that cigar, mate. Honestly, she has won it for me, hands down. Like I'm even considering how do we move on with the cigar picture.
There's a few, mate. There's an absolute few.
Like it is that fucking good that I had to put my hands up in the air and go, look, I need to hand my segment over to Chloe Kelly.
No, she deserved it after that. That picture is just phenomenal.
Wowee, mate. That's all I'm going to say. Wowee. What a cigar picture. Chloe Kelly, you are the very best. 5 seconds for Chloe Kelly. On that note, though, right? On that note, we have got some other great cigar pictures. Mentions. So let's start firing them. And sorry, Catherine, we were going to do the gentleman this week, but then the Arsenal women done what they done. So we lied to you, basically. Everything this week is Arsenal women.
First my manager.
There she is.
Renee, we got that one. We also caught Kaylin Ford. Not really spoken it, but
not sure about that one.
Yeah, no. Kim. Oh, mate, this one comes close to Chloe Kelly. That one really does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kate McCabe, mate, is oozing it, isn't she? She's oozing. Do you know what, right? If she had that lit, I reckon she could have won it.
We've got that.
This is a good one. I like this one.
They're all on it.
And then there was this one, mate.
I like that one. Fucking, this cracked me up. Win. Good old Win. Don't show old Lee Gunner that one. Mate. He'll have him, mate. He'll have him. Yeah, good old Win, mate. That cracked me up. Oh, good to see Scotty having a cigar in his mouth, mate. The old dog. But yeah, let's see what everyone else says. Oh, Frank Butcher's squeezed in on the old Smuggy. He was a Smuggy as well, weren't he? Rosie's still having it. The tattooed lassie in the car is the best.
Not anymore. I'm not having
that. Let's scroll down. Sorry, guys, just having a bit of a. Is the bird in the car smug? There's a lot of people that are smug, mate. Catherine admitting that this one's so much better. Seeing the Arsenal girls. Gab saying is Chloe Kelly Stan or going back to, I can't see her going back to City whatsoever after everything's been said. Posh Bertie was there on Monday. Good to see you was there, mate. Brilliant day. Jonesy was there as well. Catherine saying again, I think Kim was caught by surprise on that picture. DJ Beth and DJ Renee with the cigars, great too.
And there's a pullover one, and it's all smoke around her as well. She's got shades on.
Scotty, man. Ha ha ha. I thought the dog picked was my ex. Oaks ain't watching tonight, pal. We don't hear from Scotty anymore, but we know what's happened.
Jeez.
And Catherine saying Katie's standing in the front of the crowd with a cigar. So, yeah, some incredible cigar pictures. Absolutely deserved once again for the ladies. And, yeah, well done, Chloe Kelly, for dislodging El Smuggo off his segment. And you will now host that segment each week. So, well done.
Nice.
Right. We're going to move onwards. I think that's my favourite phrase tonight. Is onwards. There's a lot of segments tonight, isn't there?
More segments than Yeah, I was just about to say more segments than a Chloe, a Terry's chocolate orange, mate.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree there, mate. I totally agree. Do like an orange, so don't you? Do like an orange. Anyway, moving into the cap. Jonesy, do you want to obviously?
We have indeed, yes, we do. And the first one up, she was mentioned obviously on Monday at the parade. By Nigel Martin, and it is Maria, who obviously we sadly lost, but she is probably the one woman who would have been absolutely buzzing. You would have heard her on Monday, if anything, at that game, and we just wanted to acknowledge her of how well, she went to every game as an Arsenal supporter, home and away with the women, the men, pre-season tours, the works. She was just literally everything. She helped the women's game as well so much. I mean, I don't know if you ever had the chance to meet her or see her at women's games when you were there, but she was everywhere. You could hear her. You couldn't see her at times when I was there. You couldn't see her, but you could definitely hear her. And she's just probably an icon of Arsenal Football Club and obviously as the fans.
Mm.
Yeah, she absolutely is. And obviously Rosie giving all love arts as well. As you said, like, sadly, she wasn't there to see this, but do you know what? She'd have been watching down, absolutely proud of the girls. And like you said, mate,
yeah,
you heard her every game. And she was very passionate, like probably the most passionate women fan famous women fan we know, don't we, about the Arsenal, if we're being totally on the show. And she's led from the front, right? When you think about it, like she's led from the very front, and people like her is why we're where we are now. Do you know what I mean? And the passion she brings, and she would have been well known across let's be honest, across the whole stadium every week when she used to go and watch them play. And I'm sure loads of people absolutely loved her, and like she would have had the time of day for everyone. But yeah, I think that you ask any Arsenal women fan, do they know Maria? And of course they know her. And that says it all, don't it? That says it all.
And as Posh Bertie said there, she's got a songbook, and it's at most women's games, and it's available. I think you can download it as well. But yeah, all the songs on Monday were from her songbook, which was great to see. And it was just great that Arsenal acknowledged her as well. you know, as well as they did with what they've done, and they spoke about her. And yeah, you can see with the players as well when they're out there that she meant a lot to them as well. You can see pictures of the players, especially Beth. I know she was quite close with Beth Mead, and she holds her in quite high regards. And we just wanted to acknowledge her and include her into our cap, and a worthy entrant into this cap, mate, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously we obviously wanted to add something else, didn't we, into the cap?
I'm just trying to get the mouse to work. So yeah, there we go, mate.
Obviously,
What
champions of Europe, it's an unbelievable picture, isn't it, when you think about it? That's just absolutely incredible picture. But yeah, they are going into our cap from this week, obviously for their achievements. I don't think we need to say much more, do we? They basically run it, don't they? Let's be honest. They are this. They are this. They are 2 stars. And that's what it is, isn't it? That's what it is.
Oh, God, here we go.
Those 2 stars are just flying about at the moment, I think. So.
Yeah, they are. Oh, they are.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on 2 stars, Jay?
Obviously now we can amend our shirts for some 2 stars as well from next season. Liam, do you reckon you'll put 2 stars on your shirt as well?
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? I've got what really pleased me. I've got 2 different victims now. Do you know what I mean? 2 different victims, and quite ironically, right. The guy next to me, that way, that guy there, that guy there, He actually awarded me my first star.
Isn't it ironic?
Yeah. Where actually it goes, you're not awarding me my second star. No, my second star is being awarded.
Great.
Now
this is the penny drops. The penny drops.
What better way?
Yeah. Oh dear.
Fantastic achievement.
2 star
Fantastic achievement. Ticking off those stars each season as you go along. Will there be more for more in the future?
None of that, Catherine, please.
Did anyone see the old smug tweet, a pin tweet up earlier? Yeah, that was a little teaser for what was to come tonight. Do you know what I mean? Because I've always used this phrase, G. I've always used this phrase, right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be consistent for a whole season. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be in it. You've got to be sitting down, tactically thinking about it. Do you know what I mean? It's an interesting one, if I'm being totally honest.
It's a real interesting one, that actually.
But yeah, I wonder what the crowd think. Catherine's obviously giving me the old 2 stars already.
Shocking.
I wonder if we can make a song up of it. To be fair,
until we've made the song.
Oh, Ryan, congratulations on 2 stars as well.
You're going to sing.
Stefan saying smugtweet.com.
Oh, God.
Sensational.
Mate, the smuggery is unreal, mate. Unreal. The smuggery is unreal. And I just want to I'll do a speech because I know everyone wants a speech. Can I do a speech too? Can I do a speech? I just want to say thank you to firstly my family, my wife, my 2 children. Keep me grounded week in, week out. Obviously want to thank Jonezy for obviously being my next victim. Want to thank you, G, for obviously your spontaneous coming on the show tonight to award me 2 stars. I want to thank obviously Ryan for giving me the platform to be able to be smug and obviously do this tonight. And I want to thank Scotty as well. Do you know that? Because I know deep down, mate, he'd want me to lose more than anyone. He'd want me to lose more than anyone. And I'm proper smug on it. And Scotty, there ain't no VAR on this one, mate. There ain't no VAR. I am 2-star Liam Gardner. And I'd like to thank Paul Miller as well, because he was my first victim.
Facts, not fiction.
And that's facts, not fiction. 2-star Liam Gardner. That's my speech done. Have a winning one. Stefan saying there is actually a VAR called Liam Smugness.
There is.
Well, yeah, I think you missed a trick, guys, when we were talking about smug bastards early on.
Yeah.
Oh, Scotty knows he loves that. Mate, when there's a speech to be done, I'm there. Well, I've done a few end of the season speeches as well.
There was a top tier. Shame I wasn't there this time.
Right, the best one. Someone done the Titanic music, didn't they? Oh, Scatty even give me a round of applause, mate. This is a Kodak moment. Wait a minute, Scatty. Wait a minute. Let me get the phone out because you are clapping me. Let me get that
Wash
phone
your
out.
hands,
I'm
pal.
keeping that. Anyway, going to move on. I don't want the show to be all about me. I don't want it to be all about me. But yeah, well done to the ladies for obviously 2 Champions Leagues in a row now. And Liam Gardner. I'm actually thinking that Jonezy might have wanted to change the see you next Tuesday.
I've got one for next week. Don't worry. Leave that to me.
Anyway, do you want to present the see you next Tuesday this week?
After careful consideration, we've awarded it to this cretin of a man. What can we say? Absolutely rigged, isn't he, from top to bottom? I mean, we saw it at the Bournemouth game. He's on the radio telling them to send players off. He's just corrupt to the core, mate. And then when he comes out and tries to justify referees' actions on the stupid show they have on Sky Sports, he's what's wrong with the referees. Until him and whoever's hired in him, I can't remember his name, get out of power and it's redone from the top down, we're going to keep having these constant VAR blunders. We had it on the last day of the season, like you say, with Aston Villa and Man United. He's just an absolute... I don't know how he's still got a job. Anybody else who's responsible for a group of referees who make that many mistakes, they would have been fired. You know what I mean? It's just absolutely outrageous how he's still in the job. Can't stand the bloke.
No, I totally agree, mate. Sorry, I turned my TV off, right? And then the lights changed. And it's actually an awful look. I don't know how I'm going to change that. But yeah, I totally agree, mate. Like, I think after Adebayor, he's the rightful person to be number 2 on that list. If I'm being totally unsure. Like, he's totally ruined football in my eyes. Like, I thought he was ruined already. And I thought he couldn't get any worse than Mike Riley. But it's actually getting worse. And when you see what happened to Aston Villa the other day, look, mate, do you know what? There's a bit of karma about that. The way they were celebrating outside our stadium when we cost us the title. But at the end of the day, a team don't deserve not to get to the Champions League on that decision. I'm sorry, a team does not deserve to get that. And Newcastle fans can sit there as much as they like. Yeah, right. They bottled it Sunday. They absolutely bottled it. Let's put that out there. They bottled it. They got lucky. They got absolutely lucky because do you know what? Right, if that goal gets given, Aston Villa have something to defend. They don't lose that game. I don't even think they draw that game. They win that game. They could afford to draw as well, I think, couldn't they? They've been absolutely robbed, Aston Villa, and Newcastle have got out of like the Lords are looking down at Newcastle, and it just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right, and this decision has been coming for season after season after season, and now it's cost someone millions and millions of pounds. And this guy has had up-team chances to change things around. We're 2-3 years in his tenure. And we got a decision like that cost the team Champions League. I'm sorry, it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. He's not doing anything to make it better. He sits there and does his show. Get rid of your show, mate. Get rid of your show. It doesn't like like why are you doing a show when you can't get the basics right?
Hasn't it been dropped for next year?
Yeah, it's been axed along with the old couple of presenters, isn't it, as well?
Thank God for that.
Well, the Ref Watch has gone. As he showed
the whole football show, the whole thing has gone.
Axed.
Good. We're not interested. I'm not interested in it. Like, I don't want to hear like you tell me after why something happened and like how it was right or how it was wrong. I don't want to hear it, mate. Because 9 times out of 10, as I said before, he's the mouthpiece of Howard Webb on a Monday morning. Like, he's talking to Howard Webb on Sunday night. Telling him exactly what to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Aston Villa decision doesn't sit right with me whatsoever. Like, how can VAR see that and then still not be able to overturn it?
It's mad. It's just crazy.
Because apparently if it is the referee's fault, what happened to him? I'll tell you what happened to him. Absolutely nothing. Nothing will happen to him. We got to remember, right? The geezer who absolutely cost us 2 big points at the time, and I think it was 2 massive points at Brentford. I think the season could have been. I think we could have won the title if we'd won. If that game could be given to us, because we'd have been 2 points extra off, and I think we was in a good situation at the time.
What happened to him? He had a weekend off, and then he was back the following week.
No, he got sacked. Apparently, he got sacked, didn't he? But then, apparently he went on gardening leave. But then he was given a new job to train the future referees up.
Yeah,
Golden Bennett, mate. Like it just stinks, don't it? It just stinks. It makes you think, right? And this is the way I think, because I think all these referees know too much that they can't afford to do the right thing. Do you know what I mean? Because they'll throw them up. They're
too afraid to, though. They're always, protecting their mates. You heard what what's his name? I can't remember when he said it. Oh, I didn't want to get my mate in trouble or something. It was, weren't it? They're just protecting each other, and it's not right, because it's costing people, it's costing fans, it's costing clubs. It's crazy.
Yeah, not good. Anyway, so well done, Mr. Webb. You are on the See You Next Tuesday award. And I think you're rightfully to be put there. And I don't see anyone disagreeing. Anyway, last segment of the night. Sadly, the Desmonds is not around now till the new season. So we will be fulfilling it with different objectives each week. This week is our team of the year, being picked by both all of us, including myself, Jonesy, and G. So, our teams of the season. Right. Who wants to go up first?
Yeah,
should we let G go up first? And she's the rightful guest. I'll be honest, you guys, I'm actually really surprised, right, that we've actually gone really close to each other. So that was quite interesting. And I'll tell you the one that interests me, right? I thought that none of you would go for was Daniel Munoz right back. Yeah. All 3 of us have gone for him. So you've gone for Sells in goal, Munoz right back, Konza Van Dijk, Lewis Skelly left back, Tonali, Rice, Eze, Salah, Mumbo, and Isak.
I can't see why the Forest keeper, I think he's going to be leaving the Premier League by the sound of it as well, isn't he? But, every good team has a decent goalkeeper, and I think, although obviously Raya had the same clean sheets, I just think he's had a much better season. I chucked Lewis Skelly in there as well, just obviously I guess it's Arsenal bias in a way, but also I think for his age and how he's taken on some of the bigger games as well. Yes, he's had a few red cards, but he's young and he's going to learn, and also we know at least 2 of them should have been chalked off anyway. So yeah, I just think the way he's held himself, his attitude, and how he looks like he's been in our team for years. So I think he deserves a lot of credit for that. I put Konza in there as well because I think he's hugely underrated. Obviously we have got a little bench as well, so we've got other players, so it doesn't necessarily mean he is the top one of my choice, but it's so easy to go with the big names sometimes, isn't it? When you think Villa's season, how they've got on, I think he's brilliant. I really do. Just thinking in the midfield, Tonali, I think he beats Bruno for me big time. I know he's had a bit of a issue with some yellow cards and a ban, but I think he's basically the reason. Him and Isak are the reason why Newcastle are doing as good as they are. He will get overlooked because Bruno's now captain and a bit of a character, isn't he? I think Tonali kind of does the job and goes on the quiet. So that's why I put him in there. Obviously, I said Eze earlier. I think some of the goals he scores, like he's just got something about him, hasn't he? You can't dislike the guy either, no matter obviously Palace, but I think what he stepped up big time, won them the FA Cup. So he turns up in big moments, and as I said earlier, if we could have anyone, I would love to have him back at the Arsenal. And obviously Rice, unbelievable. Sort of carried us through in our hardest moments as well when others have been injured around him. He's really stepped up. Obviously Salah, you I don't like him, but you can't fault it, can you?
Well class.
Unbelievable
Well
and
class.
terrifies me every time he's against us. And yeah, Isak, another one that you'd die for to see in an Arsenal shirt. But he's kind of like an old school centre forward, which you don't see very often now. Getting involved. So yeah, that's basically why I've gone for that. 11.
And who's
on the bench, I only have 7, and I realise I've already got Lewis Skelly written down as well, so I only have 6 now. So apologies. But from Villa, I've also gone for Telemans. I think he's been unreal.
Good
and
shout.
Morgan Rogers as well.
Yeah.
Creativity all
Good
through
shout.
him. Palace, I've also gone for Mark Gay. Unreal.
Good shout.
Really want him to get his chance for England as well. Then we've also got Kirkez. I think he's had a good season. He's probably not going to stay where he is, let's be honest. Agardiol from Man City. Probably the only one that comes out of their season with his head held high.
Yep.
Livramento from Newcastle as well. Again, an
good
England
shout.
youngster, so hopefully he can get in the fold now. And who else have I gone for? Is it Semenya from Bournemouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, another good shout.
And then the last one, obviously Chris Wood.
That's about 9 plus subs, that is.
Well, something like that, yeah. But yeah, that's some names. And I know other people are probably technically, tactically, but that's the names I have liked to watch throughout the season.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. That's a good. I enjoyed that team. I think that's a really good team there, and I think you got really good. I think what you've done is you've identified some really good players in clubs that probably don't get looked at sometimes in terms of the PFA Player of the Years, and yeah, I think there's some good names, especially on the bench. That's why I wanted the bench, was to kind of identify other players. Do you know what I mean? That have had good season.
Yeah.
We'll go to Jonesy's team.
Yeah.
So you've gone for Rauer in goal, Munoz, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Kirkez, Rice, Gravenberch, Salah, Mamumba.
Yeah,
Isaac,
so just obviously G's touched on the players that we both got in there. I just went Kirkez. I think, like you say, he's been great. I think he's bound for Liverpool, to be fair. And speaking of Liverpool, Gravenberch, I think it's been a breakout season for him. I mean, they signed him last year and he wasn't great, but this year they've got a good player on their hand. I mean, he's still very young as well. And obviously, Munoz, he's been my FBL guy. He's been in since day one. He's got me loads of points. And then I had to put Big Gabby in there for what he'd done for us goal-wise at Spurs. And he's just been immense for us, and we've missed him so much the last back end of the season. And Brian Mbeumo, I think he's been brilliant for Brentford. Chipped him with a lot of goals. I think nearly 20 goals, is it, or 19, something like that, this season. And obviously the two we touched on up front, Chris Wood, who got Forest to where they are. No one expected that, especially from Chris Wood. But and Isak has just been different class. I just don't know. Isak was a tough one I put in there, to be fair. He's just a bit hit and miss sometimes for me. I'm actually glad we're not in the conversation for him, as much as that sounds strange.
Ooh.
Yeah, bench pretty much sells. It's all pretty much the same. I've gone for the guy Hussein as well. He's Real Madrid bound. He's been great for Bournemouth. You come from Juventus, unknown entity there. Anya as well from Forest, Garvadell. I've gone for McAllister. I just think him and Gravenberch in that middle of Liverpool's midfield this season is one of the reasons, along with Salah's goals, why they've won that league. They've controlled games, especially in that midfield, and them two have been great. I mean, he come with a big price tag from Brighton, and he's kind of proven it. And Jacob Murphy, last few months, has done the job. Done the job for Newcastle, hasn't he? With chipping in with goals when Isak's been injured and stuff like that. And then the other Brentford guy, I've gone Wissa up front as well. I think he's very underrated. The guy's he's rapid. He's quite skillful on the ball, can score a goal as well. He's got a bit about him, so I went for him. And then I could not put Starboy in. I know he was injured and stuff like that, but before that, he was scoring goals, games against City and stuff like that. He was just immense for us. But that was mine, really. I kind of changed it a bit and chopped it around, but I'm surprised how we didn't see any of our teams each other, and I'm quite surprised how everyone's gone near enough the same.
Yeah, definitely. I'll show you my team now. Oh, sorry, got the wrong picture. Sorry. Oh, 2-star Liam Gardner. Someone's got to do it, though, isn't they, guys? Right. So, gone up G's team. So this is my team. So I've gone for Rare in goal as well. Do you know what? Right, I didn't know. I was debating out of Rare and Allison. And to be honest, I've been a little bit disappointed with Rare at the later part of the season. But I just felt that what moments he did produce at the start of the season and during the season, and the big saves he did made, I think he made probably more outstanding saves than anyone else I remember over the course of the season. And he is a Golden Glove winner again, joint Golden Glove winner with Sales, is it? So I think obviously he deserves to be in the goal. Munoz, unbelievable at right back. What a revelation he's been for Crystal Palace. I honestly think if they didn't have him, they wouldn't win the FA Cup. He's that good, mate. He's that good. Van Dijk been absolutely outstanding again. Gabriel, for me, he's been a stronger centre back out of the two, out of Arsenal's two. And I think if Gabriel stayed fit, we'd have beat Paris Saint-Germain in the semi. That's how big I'm saying when we miss Gabriel. And I've gone for Robertson at left back because I just think he's Mr. Consistent. I think he's been a world-class performer for Liverpool for the last 6-7 years, and he's getting on, but he's still producing the performances. Do you know what I mean? And he's just consistent. And I just feel he was a little bit more defensively better than obviously Skelly at the moment. But that's taking nothing away from Skelly whatsoever. Gravenberch, centre midfield, he's been a revelation for Liverpool. Declan Rice. And I've gone for Bruno Fernandes. I don't naturally like the guy, but do you know what? If Bruno Fernandes did not play for Manchester United, I think they'd have been in a proper relegation battle. Like, he has been outstanding and he's led from the front all the time. Like, if I was him, I'd be looking to move out of Man United at the moment. Like, he can't be sitting on a career now not playing in Europe, and there's no guarantee that they'll get back into Europe next year. At the moment,
no,
absolutely no guarantee. I just think he's been absolutely superb, and I think he needs recognition. And I've gone for the same front three as probably you guys as well. Like, I don't think there's much else to say about these guys because they have consistently done it in the season, and I think the Brentford lad will get a move somewhere now, which he probably deserves. Salah is just world class, and Isak's just Isak. I think if Isak, I'll be honest, Jonesy, I don't agree. I actually think if Isak signed for Arsenal, I think it'd be incredible. But do you know what? I called Sesko a year ago.
I'd rather Sesko.
Yeah. And then my bench is Matt Sells. William Saliba. I went for Trent Alexander.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Just to get Liverpool skins. Lewis Skelly. Eze. Tonali. McAllister. I haven't gone for Wood because I think naturally, right, I'm going to be totally honest. I think Wood filtered out at the end of the season. I've gone for Philip Mateta.
Good shout.
I think he's been another one who's been an absolute revelation. And another one, if you watch what he did in the final, such an unsung hero's job he did in that final, mate. He was up there on his own most of the time. Absolute top class this year. And Cody Gakpo, no one's mentioned him. Another one who consistently, I was debating out of him and Luis Diaz, but I just felt Gakpo scored a lot more important goals. And he always seemed to get a goal when they needed it, Gakpo. And I think that basically Slot has got the best out of Gakpo as well. That I don't think Klopp was getting the best out of it.
Definitely.
So some interesting ones, but obviously I think the majority of our team was pretty much the same. But I think obviously just a few different players that we see. And I don't think there's any disagreement on any of them really. One thing was shocking was that we didn't have none of the heroes in there. There were a Chelsea player in it. I tell you one that we should have maybe looked at. It was the midfielder for Chelsea.
Enzo
last night.
Enzo Fernandez.
No. Did he score the
Enzo scored last
night? No, not Enzo, the other one, defensive midfielder.
Yeah, he did score a good goal, to be fair.
Yeah. He did score a good goal. Like, I think if I was going to put anyone in there, but I just think Tonali, like you said, G. just a different kettle of fish, isn't he? Otherwise, I would have put him in there. And Cole Palmer was another one that I was thinking, but I just felt that his consistency dropped off at the end of the season as well.
Huge.
So yeah, they're our team of the seasons. We will be doing different things each week, guys. We won't be telling you what we're going to do. Got an idea for next week already for Jonesy. So I will let you know, Jonesy, so you can start preparing for that after the show. Pretty much like it looks like a lot of people kind of either listening or just kind of dropped off now. It is late, but obviously, firstly, G, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me. It's always a pleasure. Good to have a bit of a giggle as well.
No, always good to go on. And obviously, thank you for awarding me.
Someone's got to do it, sir. Congratulations.
I'm gonna pass over to Jonesy because I think he's got a second part.
Bear in 1 second, mate. Just two seconds. I need to. It's just actually, before I'll say goodnight, and then if you could just close with this statement, it'd be very much obliged. I'll just send that over to you now. Here you go, and I'll say goodnight and prepare for next season because I'm coming strong for them predictions, mate. All right. So there you go, pal.
Right. Before I say good night, I just want to say, obviously, thank you to everyone in the chat. As I say before, obviously, your input and the way you make this show is what makes this show. Tonight, some good numbers again, but also just the amount of chat that we got going on in chat, how you kind of integrate with the segments and all that, especially the name game. We absolutely love it. Just Scotty's just pulled out one other great person that no one's pulled out. Cliver, very good shout.
He had a good season for Bournemouth, didn't he?
Yeah, very good shout there, Scotty. So good one, mate.
What was G's name game
coming on again?
Yeah, I can't even remember what they were now.
What was the winner?
There was loads. Just to keep it on theme, I'll go with Dirty Dan.
Right, let's see who come out with Dirty Dan.
Can't remember.
There's been loads of comments tonight.
Yeah, it was one of the later ones, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Gav.
Gav.
Oh no.
Gav. Oh, he's won 2 in 2 nights, isn't he, old Gav? Gav is the winner of our name game with Dirty Den. He was a smug bastard as well, weren't he?
So is Gav now.
Absolute smug. But no, thank you.
So is Gav now.
Pardon? Yeah, well, yeah. That's not a good thing either, G. I can tell you that much. That is not a good thing. Obviously, so obviously, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to close the show. Sadly, I'm going to look at my phone and I'm going to read this out. So what I will say is, ladies, you're legends. Love you. Well done. And now I'm going to close out with this. So I would just like to say, before we end the show, in my closing statement, I got the overall win this season in the Desmonds, but let's be real. Jonesy's the one walking off like he scored a 90th minute scream at the Emirates. The tide's turning. North London remembers, and next season I'll be back stronger. But Jonesy's Jonesy. Already got the fans singing his name. Good night. He's actually got in the end as well. Well done, 2 stars. On that, guys, good night.